I would like to preface this video by saying I hope to provide an informational look at the dark, cheating underbelly of this beloved game. By using hacked clients, you risk having viruses, keyloggers, and more present on your computer. Alongside this, I'm going to be speaking about real-world trading and duping. All of these are against the terms of service, and you risk being banned, having accounts stolen, and more when you use them. You could very well become the next stolen account if you decide to try and download hacked clients. You have been warned. During the first few days of August 2018, the beginning of Month of the Mad God, the community saw a rather hilarious, yet enlightening event where the login details of about 4,000 Realm hackers were phished by someone who uploaded an infected client. That incident resulted in the mass graves of countless accounts, the pillaging of their vaults, and more. The client would personal message your account details to a bot when you entered the Nexus. This event started to get me curious on the part of the Realm community a lot of people don't like to talk about. For as long as Realm of the Mad God has been around, hacking has been developing alongside it. As a Flash game, it's only natural to be exploited and tinkered with. Additionally, Realm features some rather frustrating and punishing permadeath mechanics, which likely pushes many less experienced players towards cheating. Hacking will always be around. It's a part of Realm I feel a lot of the community likes to pretend doesn't exist, or downplays. The account stealing incident really shows the massive amount of hackers present in the game, including countless white and yellow stars. In just a few hours, around 4,000 players downloaded the client and used it. For reference, the Steam player count hovers between 1,000 during low play hours to 3,000 during peaks. Keep in mind the client was just one of very many present on the web. More surprising than the numbers is how unbelievably easy cheats are to download. I was shocked to learn that with one simple Google search, you'd have access to just about every single popular cheating client used by the community, all in one place. You'd think a hacking community would be a little more discreet, but the Realm community makes absolutely no effort to hide their rampant cheating. I actually got the chance to speak to the mastermind behind the keylogger incident, and he shed a little light on the hacking community. He edited the popular cheating platform Crazy Client. Crazy Client prides itself on its boring-looking user interface, robust auto-nexus, and a wide variety of other features to completely trivialize the game. He was inspired by another client created by the user Crinks, and he decided to be the one to update Crazy Client to the new patch, but include a little surprise. Aside from claiming that the game was easy to code hacks for, he also revealed some shocking information that slowly came to be a trend among those I've interviewed. Deca is really wishy-washy on banning cheaters. However, Deca does put forth some effort on the back end to fix cheats and hacks, such as things like inventory viewers and reconnect hacks, which they've patched. Speaking to the mastermind behind the incident set me down a bit of a rabbit hole. I spoke to the creator of another popular hacked client, 059. 059 had some very interesting things to say, and we spoke at lengths about various things in Realm. His comments on Deca were extremely interesting. When asked if Deca tries to combat hacked clients, he responded, "They could do a lot more, but it really feels like they lack a lot of understanding of their own game, best ways of doing things, etc." He followed this up with explaining that Deca has released their own client, Unobfuscated. Obfuscation is changing the name for variables in the code to make things much more difficult to read and edit. Releasing the client Unobfuscated essentially means Deca has released the source code of the client. In his own words, no turning back for them now. They've already done the damage. This unobfuscated code makes updating and making clients for the game much easier. While we don't see them much nowadays, multi-boxers used to be a huge part of the Realm cheating community. Multi-boxers rely on a humongous mass of clients to follow your characters. They essentially make your leader character, the one you're currently playing as, invincible, give you buffs, and shred any enemy you encounter. Of course, people multi-box for other reasons too, flooding an area with characters or doing other silly things. It's pretty humorous seeing a million wizards in one place after all. I spoke to someone who heavily abused multi-boxing back before Deca took over the game, and still does, but to a lesser degree. He said that the pre-Deca age was the golden era of multi-boxing, and shared an image of some of the incredibly well-equipped accounts he had back then. When Deca took over and cracked down hard on multi-boxing, he lost half his accounts from an IP ban. He also shared that, in the past, there were complex programs that would scale a window for every account you had, run proxies, and sync the clients to ensure that you always multi-box to the highest degree possible. Nowadays, people who dare to multi-box run using /follow commands on hacked clients. In the past, my interviewee realized he could monetize multi-boxing. and now runs services for players looking for items. I'll talk more about these services later. Another huge aspect of Realm of the Mad God's dark side is the real-world trading aspect. You've seen the bots advertising some sketchy website with the words Oryx or Realm in it, and messages with increasing levels of silly dots and apostrophes to avoid chat filters. I spoke to the creator of a popular real-world trading website to get some dirt on exactly how they operate and the details of the system. I'm not going to outright name the website, but they are rather large and they do run bots in the Nexus. Real-world trading is surprisingly big for a small game like Realm. The man I spoke to claimed his little gig selling Realm items earns him more than his old minimum wage job. Since he had been in the item selling game for a good couple of years, I was interested in Kabam and the transition to Deca, alongside how they handled the real-world trading aspect of the game. He told me the websites have never been targeted, but accounts have. He even shared that Kabam had taken legal action against accounts involved with the site in the past. In comparison, Deca has definitely stepped up compared to Kabam. Rather than Kabam's minimum effort approach in their later years, Deca has been banning a lot of real-world trading accounts. As for how RWT websites obtain their stock, huge amounts of duping in the past has given them a huge stock of items to trade, but he didn't want to give any more details. A lot of RWT websites buy wholesale from suppliers, and then list them on their own websites. An aspect I was really curious about were the annoying bots you see in the Nexus. To my surprise, these bots apparently work very well. He stated, while even he doesn't like them, there is a reason why they're around. Deca tries to do common ban waves at these bots, but there's just an endless flood of them. He also told me that he used to have bots fame train for higher stars, to avoid chat filters, but these were banned much faster. Items aren't the only thing exchanged by real-world traders as well. People often pay for services like dungeon runners. A bit short on time to play Realm? You can have people with clients that run dungeons for you until that precious white bag drops. The service essentially works like this. The guy you pay runs /follow hacked clients that can't die. They continually buff and automatically shoot, so you just annihilate everything with a group of people. This goes until you get the white bag you paid for. This service tends to pop up when chest events are held during inconvenient times for people. So if you want to miss the excitement of seeing the bag drop and bypass all the hard work, you can do this, I guess. So I've mentioned it a few times before, but duping is important for real-world trading websites to obtain their stock. But how do people dupe? Who are the people who do it? I spoke to two prominent dupers and heard what they had to say regarding the process. The hardest part about duping is finding a process and keeping it private. Exploiting the backend of Realm of the Mad God is a difficult process, and developing a method is extremely hard. You have to be pretty adept at the technical aspects of Realm to come up with one nowadays. People have even sold duping methods for thousands of dollars, which shows just how difficult they are to find. However, if the method is kept private, it can last many years. As long as the info doesn't go public or is leaked to Deca, a duping method can continue to be in the game for a long time. The first person I spoke to was aware of, and utilized just one method currently. However, he knew about many in the past, and told me about some of the patched duping methods. Since these are patched, they're harmless, but they are a bit of an interesting history lesson on how duping used to work. While I can't go into exact detail, I'll talk a little about the general process. During around 2013 to 2015, a vast majority of dupes revolved around crashing realms. Here's one such method in his own words. If you crashed a realm and then traded from one account to another, then nexused on the one the items were traded to, it caused the items to remain there. The trader crashes and is sent with a 10-minute disconnect, but the items stay on the character. Dupers like to call that a rollback. An interesting recent dupe for untiered items revolved around hacked clients and the Nexus. Here's the patched method. This one was done with 2 character slots, where you got one to drop the items in the Nexus. You would then use a feature in a hacked client to reset the account and use timer. This allowed you to reconnect on a different character to the Nexus, and you would find the dropped items. The first character that dropped the items would still have them in its inventory as well. While those are long since patched, they certainly are interesting. The duper I talked to had one last story to share as well. One of the biggest duping ban waves happened with Pumpkin Seeds and the Juggernaut helmet reskin. Deca cracked down hard and banned people who were guilty of duping those items. However, and most surprising, is that you could appeal your ban and get your account back, but with a vault wipe. The second duper I spoke to had a bit more of a negative opinion of Deca. He claims they don't seem to care, and he's outright told them duping methods in the past, alongside how to fix it, and Deca didn't patch it until the method went public. But, like the Pumpkin Seed incident in the past, Deca does take actions sometimes. They used to keep track of trades, flagging them for potential RWT, and other suspicious actions. but it recently seems they haven't been paying as much attention. Now, being involved in the game or treating it as a business is often very tiring. So, do the people I interviewed still even play the game? Do they support it financially? One I spoke to still does play Realm, but his interest is waning. However, when he's seriously playing, he tries to funnel back around 60% of the money earned from real-world trading back into the game. Another's interest is fading, and, since he has access to dupes, after getting just one vault and character unlocker, he didn't have to pay any money ever again. Realm of the Mad God is host to a huge amount of people who take their love of the game to the next level, even if it goes against the rules. The people who sell items, spend hours developing new dupes, or code hacked clients certainly don't think of Realm as a business opportunity, or something to exploit. They have a deep-rooted passion for the game just as much as anybody watching this video. Hopefully after watching this video you can view the entire dark side of Realm with a new outlook. Hey, I'd like to say thanks for watching and sticking around right here to the end. To be brutally honest, I think this is going to be my last Realm of the Mad God video. I have no more really creative or interesting ideas for the game, but the idea for this video actually came out of the comments section of my history video. Somebody asked for a hacking related video, and here we are with a hacking video, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm still playing Realm of the Mad God pretty heavily. I'm trying to get White Star, mostly playing on US West 3 for like casual play, or, you know, it's Month of the Mad God right now, so I've been doing keys on like US South. So maybe I'll see you guys around. Thanks for watching again.